and welcome back to Python with PictoBlox series. In the previous video, we learned about PictoBlox Python environment with the help of 2 introductory activities. For more DIY and projects, you can visit our page. The link is in the description. In this video, we will learn about conditional statements. Have you ever wondered how calculator works? Abacuses were the early types of calculator. Then, calculator with gear-driven wheels were introduced. But nowadays, they use a chip, typically a microchip, and some kind of energy source. Before we start making a calculator, let me introduce you to conditional statements and their usage. In Python, we have 3 types of conditional statements: if, elif, and else, which help us to take decisions in our program based on different conditions. If asks us a question and perform the specific action when the answer is true. Elif asks another question only when the previous questions are not true. Else covers all the other possibilities that weren't addressed by the previous conditions. For example, look at this little code. Here, creature equals to input. In programming languages, things written on the right-hand side of the equal sign are the values assigned to the variables or functions that are defined on the left-hand side. Here we have assigned our input to the creature variable. Next, if creature equals to dragon, here the double equals to is the equality operator, used to check the equality of 2 values. You can also interchange LHS and RHS. Next, print, watch out, it's a dangerous dragon. This is to display the statement if the above condition holds true. Elif, creature equals to unicorn. Here, elif is a mixture of else and if statements. And else is used in conditions apart from the ones that are mentioned with if statement. Next, print, wow, a magical unicorn. Else, print, I don't know what creature it is. In this program, it checks if the creature is a dragon or not. If true, it prints the message, watch out, it's a dangerous dragon. If not, it moves on to check if it's a unicorn. If true, it prints another message. If neither condition is met, the program executes the else statement and prints a default message. That is, I don't know what creature it is. That's the basic idea of if, elif, and else in Python. Next, let's move towards today's activity. We will make a calculator program that takes 2 numeric input and 1 operator input. Now open a new project in PictoBlox and choose the Python coding environment. We will be taking Toby's help to see our outputs, and hence it's important to keep Toby initialized. It will be done for you by default. To make our program more interactive, let's ask the user for inputs using the sprite.input function. Make sure to use the int function to take inputs for 2 numbers. I will be naming the variables as num1 and num2. We will also take the input for the operator. Now, let's run the code and test how it's taking inputs. The code will ask us for 3 inputs, and when we enter the number and the operator, the code should not shoot an error. Hooray! It's working fine. Now, it's time for the conditional statements. As soon as you type the if keyword, an explanation will show up on your screen, just like that. The PictoBlox Python environment is loaded with keywords, explanation, and snippets. Now select the snippet option and hit enter. You will see the structure of the if statement typed out for your convenience. Since we are creating a calculator, we need to use the operator variable defined here to execute actions accordingly. Now, we will use the elif statement similarly to enter other conditions. You can think of elif as an else if statement. Now, let's run the code and test how it works. Ideally, the code should ask for input and execute without errors and warnings. And there we go, it's working fine. While working with the division operator, make sure to check for division with 0. We can also add a statement to inform the user about the error. Note: using conditional statements inside of conditional statements is called nesting. Now let's run the code to see it in action. So, our calculator is working fine. With conditional statements, sprites, backdrops, and your imagination, you can create tons of interactive games. For example, the beetle in the maze game you see right now is coded entirely with PictoBlox without using any external modules. While learning Python, it is very common to make errors. Making errors and resolving them is an integral part of a coding journey. Every time you make a mistake, its precise location will be pointed out by the log, along with the reason behind the error. Let's check it out. For example, let's say you didn't use the comparison operator correctly on line 7. As soon as you make an error, the error highlighter highlights it for you. Not enough to help you resolve the error? Try running the code. When PictoBlox detects an error, it halts the code, and the logs tracks it. Go to the log tab right next to the terminal, and you will see exactly what and where the error is. All you need to do now is to correct the error and run the code again. Now, let me give you an activity to try out yourself. A fun idea would be to expand our calculator by giving it the ability to calculate squares. Why don't you try it out? In the next video, we will examine Debugger, a great way to spot and correct errors and to better understand the code. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like and share this video. And if you haven't, do subscribe to our channel. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.